Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube lands, it's your boy Tuglow, and today I want to be talking to y'all about a subject that I actually bamboozled myself about, and I thought I had it on the right track. However, I actually did not, and I want to give a huge shout out to Nyangsia. She is the KR Sensei for me. She, streams GFL quite often whenever there's stuff to do for her. I think she still streams it like a little bit during the days that she does stream, and then she'll go on to other games if there are no major events. However, she's been so extremely helpful. Her community has been very nice and welcoming, especially because there is somewhat of a language barrier. So either she'll be able to read it in English, but maybe she might have a little bit of difficulty rather saying or speaking English. So she'll then type it out in Hangul, and then I'll Google translate it, and then I'll be able to understand what she says, or her community will actually do translations, and then they'll tell me what she's saying, and so that way we're able to talk. However, I was super curious about one thing with fairies and determining, what talents and things of that nature should I be doing for my fairies, because, there are so many different variations and different things that you can do with your fairies that it made me just really sit down and say, am I going the right route? Am I doing, the right thing? Am I thinking about it the correct way, or how, hopefully is the correct way? And so, I shot her some DMs, and this is the questions and answers that I've gotten from her. So basically all I asked was, what kind of talents do you want on your fairies? What kind of fairies do you want to be leveling? And is there any information or any tips or tricks, basically that you can give me for these fairies? And so today, I want to share with you everything that she typed out to me, and then I'll break it down by each little section of what she typed. So the first thing that she told me, she said was, the fairies, when they are 1 to 4 star, you want to have a level 1 talent on them. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. And basically what that means is, like, you want this little silver thing, the little silver, I guess, or silver or white background on the actual skill or passive. I don't remember what it was called, but you have the gold ones right here, and you want to have these white ones right here. And the reason why you want that is because when they go to a 5 star, then you want to say you'll take that level 2 talent, and it's because of the probability of the skill being activated. So if we take a look at this, we'll take a look at this fervor. Okay, it's 3-star fervor, but it has a 60% chance for me to proc getting this fervor. However, if I were to have a level 1 skill, and let's say it was damage 1, I now have an 80% chance to proc this damage 1. Now, one thing that's really huge about this is it takes so very long to get enough fairies or fairy dupes to turn around and get them to 4-star and then to 5-star. I have spent so many resources, so many cores, and just so much time just spam crafting fairies that I still don't even have my first 4-star fairy. And to be honest with you, I don't know which ones out of these fairies are the closest to being 4-star, but it's been a pretty decent amount of time that I personally have been spam crafting, and so that's the first thing that I messed up on. You can see that I've been using calibration tickets to turn around and get, hey, damage 2, damage fervor, damage 2, fervor, damage 2, and a lot of those things just build up, and it's like, man, looking back at it now, I really wish that I had them for damage 1, but since I've already spent the calibration tickets, I'm going to leave it the way they are and just take that mini L. So the second thing she tells me is about the talents. And she says, because the fairy calibration consumes a lot of resources and calibration tickets, fervor or damage can be used first. So again, like I said, being able to use damage 1, being able to, just get by with damage 1, and if you get lucky, use that fervor or whatever it may be, saving out on it, because dude, these calibration, let's just take a look at this. It's insane how much it takes. So if we go over here, it takes 60 calibrations for 1 hit of this. Okay, if you take a look at equipment calibration, I think, depending on how many times you've calibrated it, like the first one is 5, then it goes to like 10, and then 15, never goes past 15. But boy, you can run through resources and calibration tickets very quickly. One thing that's extremely unfortunate about this, and why you kind of want to wait until you for sure got it, you know, at like that 4 or 5 star, preferably 5 star, is because if you were to do only one defense drill, that only gives you 50 calibration tickets. If you go all 9 rounds, that's only 53 calibration tickets. So even then, it's still not enough to give you one full like shot at calibrating. So it's really, really expensive to do it this way. The next thing that she tells me, and this was something that I definitely was very curious about. I said, what talents should be on what fairies? Because, you know, the way that I'm thinking, I'm over here like, yo, okay, maybe if I have like evasion 2 on a, let me see, if I have evasion 2 on the reinforcement fairy, maybe that's gonna be like way better. Or maybe if I'm using, you know, the rocket fairy and have this on it, or, you know, this fairy with this, and I'm going here mixing and matching and all these different things. It very plain and simple. This is what she told me. The armor fairy is the fairy, which this is our armor fairy. This fairy we prefer to have armor on. The Fury fairy, which is going to be, if I do it right here, the Fury fairy is going to be this one. She prefers to have crit or damage on this Fury fairy. Then, last but not least, every other fairy will take damage or fervor. Now, obviously, this is just her preferred playstyle. I know a few other people have told me damage and fervor are really, really, really wanted for most of the other players, just because of the enemies that they fight, and you literally need as much damage as you can get. So, damage or fervor is definitely extremely helpful. Literally, this was like the biggest question and the biggest concern that I had. For the longest time, I was sitting on 1-star fairies, maybe 2-star fairies, and I just have dupes on dupes on dupes on dupes. And after finally being able to talk to her and make this video for y'all, this like super duper helped me out a lot, and I'm hoping that this can help y'all out too if y'all have any of these fairy questions. Now she gives some explanation as to why she does it the way she prefers. So she tells me, currently, the KR server has a lot of long-term battles, so she prefers fervor over damage. Damage is more advantageous because the EN server and JP server still have a lot of short-term battles. Right now, when we're playing on the EN server, you're probably going to finish these fights in 8, no more than 10 seconds. If it's going 10 seconds, then, you know, something, you know, maybe you don't have the most optimal team, or maybe you're, you know, trying something different. However, on the KR streams, you know, on Nyangisa's stream, you know, I like having her in the background and watching. Dude, I'm seeing these fights take a very long time, and that's not even considering when they're sitting there and kiting to make sure, like, hey, we ain't gonna like take any hits because this is a ranking event or something. Dude, these fights, these mobs that they fight in KR, I completely understand why she likes fervor over damage 2. And again, like I said, I got super lucky, and before I talked to her about this, I was like, yo, I keep on getting fervor, I don't get damage 2, I don't get damage 2. Now, looking back at it, I'm like, I'm really glad I got damage 2. So these enemies are only going to get stronger. We are only going to get stronger as well, and fervor is going to really help us when it comes to these long-term battles. Now, obviously, there will be some times where damage is going to be more preferred over the fervor, so being able to, you know, mix and match where you can, of course, it's always going to be helpful. But like I just said, she really does prefer fervor for the longer fights. The last thing that she says is, now there might be something a little lost in the translation, but it basically says the fairy that AR chiefs usually use is assault. Now I'm not too sure what the AR chiefs part is, but basically I think there is a talent that specifically caters for assault rifles, and I think that talent is called assault. then she also says you can use aim for the fairy that rifle decks will use. When she says rifle decks, I'm gonna assume rifle team comps. You can use aim, and that will increase or boost it for rifle specifically. However, she prefers damage or fervor because I want to be able to use any combination of damages, and more firepower is important. So this is the, I guess, tips and tricks that, you know, Nyangsia gave to me, and basically, you know, really helped me understand, like, yo, this is how it's gonna be. Like, yes, it'd be great to have this different type of variety, but literally just because of the mobs that they are facing, you got to have that damage. If you don't have the calibration tickets, don't even worry about it, because ideally you don't use it until they get to, like I said, that 4, maybe 5-star, definitely preferred 5-star. And just real quickly, again, check this out. 60% proc chance compared to an 80% proc chance. It's the difference of that percentage. 20% is just, it's pretty noticeable at times. And so, guys, I will be having Nyangisa's link to her stream down in the description box, and then I'll definitely put it into the pinned comment for the comment section as well. Dude, check her out, watch her streams, man. She's got a very soft, gentle, nice voice. Definitely, I mean, dude, I can't understand her like 99% of the time. However, you know, if I'm grinding GFL, or if I've got, you know, if I just need some background noise, she's definitely relaxing, funny, and, you know, it's just a very overall great community. And again, I'm very thankful that she was able to help me with this and help me get this video made. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate the support a lot. If you want to see more GFL content and potentially other games as well, please feel free to hit that subscribe button here on the channel. Also, if you do have Amazon Prime and you'd like to support your boy monetarily for free, you can do so by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account and then subscribing over at twitch.tv/Tuglow. Guys, last but not least, I do stream at twitch.tv/Tuglow. If you haven't already and you want to stop by, talk about GFL, or, you know, while I'm playing Final Fantasy 14, more than likely, you know, have me in the background, talk, whatever the case may be, by all means, I should be live. The schedule's now more of a work in progress because of IRL things that are happening, but definitely just stay tuned on Discord or on Twitch, or just have your notifications turned on for Twitch when I do go live, and it should be earlier than 10:30 p.m. Central Time. Thank y'all so much for watching. I really do appreciate the support a lot. It really does mean a lot to me. Thank y'all so much. I hope this video really helped y'all out. I know it helped me out for sure. I will catch y'all in the next one. Much love, God bless, and peace out.